How to Stay Strong When You Feel Weak. Full audiobook. There will be days when your mind breaks before your body does. Days when you question your worth, your strength, your direction. But hear this clearly. Weakness is not your enemy. Your surrender to it is. This audiobook is your reminder that you are stronger than your doubt, tougher than your feelings, and more capable than your fear wants you to believe. You have a choice. Collapse or rise. And today, you learn how to rise, no matter how heavy life feels. Let's begin.
Chapter 1. Stop letting your feelings lead you. You've been led by your feelings for too long. That's the truth most people refuse to say out loud. And I'll say this clearly, directly, without sugarcoating a single word. Your feelings are not the problem. Your obedience to them is. Every time you let a feeling walk in, sit down, and take control of your life, you surrender power you didn't have to lose. That's the pattern you need to break. And you can break it today. Because no matter how strong your emotions feel in the moment, you have a choice. That's the key. You always have a choice. Feel fear? Fine. Feel doubt? Fine. Feel lazy, angry, overwhelmed, insecure, uncertain? Fine. Feel it, but don't follow it. That is the discipline. That is the dividing line between a life that moves forward and a life that keeps circling the same dead-end streets. Let me tell you the truth most people won't admit. Your feelings fluctuate every day. Your principles don't. Your emotions change with sleep, weather, hunger, stress, comments, memories, notifications, failures, successes. They rise, they crash, they shift. But your principles, your commitments, your values, your discipline, those can be solid. Those can be the anchor if you choose them to be. If you let feelings lead, your life becomes unpredictable. If you let discipline lead, your life becomes unstoppable. That's the key. Let's talk about fear. Fear has controlled more decisions in your life than you want to admit. You've said no to opportunities you were built for, not because they were wrong for you, but because you were afraid of looking stupid, afraid of failing, afraid of judgment. Fear isn't the villain. Following fear is. You don't need to eliminate fear. You need to stop bowing to it. Feel the fear, but don't follow it. You think courageous people feel less fear than you? No, they just don't let it drive the car. They don't hand it the wheel. They don't let anxiety choose their direction. They feel it, and they act anyway. And because they act anyway, they grow, they rise, they develop proof that they're stronger than their emotions. And the moment you prove to yourself that you can act without emotional permission, that's the moment your entire identity starts to shift. You have a choice. You always have a choice. Let's talk about quitting too early. You've walked away from goals not because they were impossible, but because they were uncomfortable. You gave up on habits when motivation faded. You dropped routines the moment inconvenience showed up. You abandoned dreams the second the path became slow. Do you know what that is? That's emotion-led living. Motivation is a feeling. Excitement is a feeling. Momentum is a feeling. And feelings don't last. But discipline does. Commitment does. Daily repetition does. You don't need more inspiration. You don't need more hype. You don't need more good days. You need discipline. You need consistency. You need the ability to act independent of mood. Because you'll never build a strong life if the only time you show up is when you feel like it. Discipline is showing up when you don't feel like it. That's the key. Let's talk about emotional reactions. How many situations in your life were damaged not by what happened, but by how you reacted? You snapped when you needed to stay calm. You panicked when you needed to think. You lashed out when silence would have kept the situation intact. You walked out when staying steady would have solved everything. Feeling angry is not the problem. Feeling frustrated is not the problem. Feeling hurt is not the problem. Reacting through those states, that's the problem. You felt something intense, and you let it lead you. But what if you paused? What if you let the emotion pass before acting? What if you separated reaction from principle? Principle: I respond with clarity. Feeling: I'm angry. Discipline: I won't follow this anger. Principle: I don't quit on my commitments. Feeling: I'm tired. Discipline: I'll finish before I rest. Principle: I stay focused. Feeling: I'm overwhelmed. Discipline: one task at a time. That's the shift you need. That's the transformation you're here for. You don't eliminate feelings. You override them with discipline. Here's the truth you need to hear. Your feelings are supposed to be signals, not leaders. They give information, not direction. They add color, not command. You've been treating feelings as instructions. That ends today. From now on, you follow this rule. Feel everything. Follow nothing except your principles, because your emotions are not qualified to run your life. Your discipline is. Your emotions don't care about your future. Your discipline does. Your emotions want comfort. Your discipline wants progress. Your emotions want relief. Your discipline wants results. Your emotions want shortcuts. Your discipline wants the truth. That's the key. And you have a choice. Let's get practical. Here is what you start doing immediately. 1. When you feel a strong emotion, pause for 10 seconds. This prevents 90% of emotional damage. 2. Name the feeling aloud or in your mind. I feel angry. I feel afraid. I feel tired. Naming it reduces its power. 3. Ask one question. What action aligns with my principles, not my emotions? Then do that. 4. Create a simple daily rule: I act first, feel second. Meaning, you show up whether or not you feel like it. 5. Stop giving emotional explanations for your behavior. I didn't feel like it is no longer a sentence you use. These 5 behaviors will change your life faster than any motivation video, any podcast, any motivational quote, any feel-good speech. Because transformation isn't emotional. It's behavioral. It's structural. It's disciplined. You have a choice. And the moment you start choosing principle over emotion, everything changes. Let's close this chapter with the truth you need to carry forward. You are not too emotional. You are undisciplined about where those emotions take you. But that changes now. You feel it, but you don't follow it. You choose your direction. You choose your reaction. You choose your standards. You choose your discipline. You have a choice, and that choice is your power. You mastered the first step. Stop letting your feelings lead you. Now, let's move to the next truth, the one that will define your time, your energy, and your entire future.